Juan, my favorite people out there. It is the Badwolf. All right, so this won't be a terribly long video, but once again, it will be definitely informative. What in the world is a BIVENS action? I'm glad you guys asked. Let's take a look. What is it? BIVENS? Is that what? Bell, Biv, DeVoe? Nah, you know. Yo, Slick, Blow. Oh, sorry. All right, let's go. A BIVENS action. Find on Cornell Law. A BIVENS action generally refers to a lawsuit for damages when a federal officer, anybody underneath the federal umbrella is a federal officer who is acting in color of law. What does this mean? What does color of law means? It means that the person is appearing to be the true law, but they are not. You have to understand that a lot of these police agencies, or we'll just say legal enforcement agencies, are operating privately. That means that they are not the ultimate law of the land, which are usually referred to as sheriffs, okay, or federal officers, real federal officers. So that means that if they do that, these legal enforcement officers who are not operating as true law are operating under color of law. That doesn't mean you get to go out there and disrespect them and say, oh, that means that if you are a U.S. citizen, you better obey by their things unless they deny you of your constitutional rights. If you're a private person out there operating properly, then you're good. But if they violate you and don't let you do that, especially a legal enforcement officer, they don't have the right to tell you, unless you're doing something criminal or endangering public safety, that you can't do what you're doing. For example, color of law refers to the appearance of legal authority. This is what I just said. Somebody operating as if they have complete legal authority, or the apparent legal right. And it's often used to describe the abuse of power under the guise of state authority. So they're telling you right here that these police officers are operating under the state authority, can either abuse their power, or they're trying to have the legal right when they don't have the legal authority, unless you agree that you're a U.S. citizen and under their jurisdiction by your consent. Now, this does not mean that you can just say, walk down the street and say, oh, I don't give you consent to be an officer over me. That's not how it works, because you have their driver's license, their state ID, you got all their other stuff. When the right may not actually exist and is therefore illegal. You can also see color of office, color of title, colorable claim, colorable transaction. Now, some of these I'm just seeing for the first time, but I get what they're saying is meaning you're pretending to be these things. Okay, so I'll make some more videos on that. All right. Let's see here. Let's get this here. Get this read by my lovely AI assistant.
Burden of proof. The plaintiff in a BIVENS action must prove that a constitutionally protected right has been violated by the federal officers.
Which means your right to travel, your right to privacy, your right to own your land privately when your right to use the public roads for private use and personal travel. But let's go on.
Officers. Origin. The term BIVENS action comes from BIVENS versus 6 unknown named agents, 403 U.S. 388, 1971, in which the Supreme...
Now, that's weird to me that they say unknown agents. I don't know how they got away with not having their name on public record, but okay, we'll keep going.
Supreme Court held that a violation of one's Fourth Amendment rights by federal officers can give rise to a federal cause of action for damages for unlawful searches and seizures. Exceptions. There are some exceptions to Bivens actions. In Nixon versus Fitzgerald, 457 U.S. 731, 1982, the Supreme Court held that the President of United States is entitled to absolute immunity from Bivens actions.
Somebody better call Trump and see if his people. Never mind. Let's just keep going.
Actions. In Butts versus Economu, 438 U.S. 478, 1978, the Supreme Court found that federal officials engaged in adjudicatory functions for an administrative agency within the executive branch are entitled to absolute immunity from damages for their judicial acts. Further reading.
All right. So as we go down here, for those people who don't believe in, oh, there's no such thing as constitutional law or what. Yeah, there is. It's just normally teaches constitutional law. Look, you also then have individual rights, illegal searches and seizures. It's all right here. It's all right here. Everything that you need to know, it's all right here. That's it, guys. Bivens action. You can take them to court and sue them using that as a reference. Remember, you're suing them typically under deprivation of rights. 241 is color of law. 242 is, no, 241 is deprivation of rights under color of law. And the other one is deprivation of, oh, it's been a while since I usually get those back, reversed. So it's, let's go in here. Let's go back. I want to make sure I quote correctly. All right. Color of law. Let's see if it pops up like that. Probably not. Yeah. I didn't think I'd be that lucky. All right. Color of law. Deprivation of rights. So you have deprivation of rights and deprivation of rights under color of law. So those are two separate things, 241 and 242. So 242 is deprivation of rights under color of law. And then 241 oh, okay, my bad. I apologize. 241 is conspiracy against your rights. Okay. So you have the rights, and 241 is the conspiracy of those rights. If two or more persons go in disguise on a highway, okay, now what they're saying here, this can be interpreted as police officers on the highway who are operating privately, and they're not sheriffs, and then they do these certain things listed here. It says the free exercise or enjoyment of any right or privilege secured to him by the Constitution or laws of the United States. So they are depriving you. They conspired to do that. This is what you would do. You can get them for 241 or 242. All right. And then as we mentioned before, 8 U.S.C. 1503, denial of rights and privileges as a national. There you go. There you go. All right, guys, that is basically it. That is it. That is it. That is it. Okay. Let's see what else I got here. All right, that's it. Booyah. Talk to you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that like bell and subscribe. To all those people who've already subscribed, I appreciate the heck out of you guys. For those of you who don't, why not? All right. We are skyrocketing. We should be hitting 70,000 shortly, very soon. And then within the next probably what, 2, maybe 3 years, we should hit 100. So let's get there. After that, like I said, I will not bother anybody about subscribing, because after that, the next biggest milestone is what, 500,000 or 1,000,000, which I highly doubt that'll get there. But remember, if I ever get to 500,000, I did say that all my files would be made free on Black Site 32, all of them. All right. If we get there, all the files are free. So it is what it is. All right. Till then, got to make a little bit of a living. All right. Everybody does. Ain't no harm or shame in that. But when we get there, at that point in time, I should have enough things going on that I don't need to sell any of my files. Because like I said, all this information is really free anyway. You just have to sit down and read the court cases and then go through this trial by fire sometimes, put to application, put them to task, and learn it. So as we go forward, if you guys get me there, then that is my promise. All right. And call me out if, say, we get there in 2 or 3 years, which probably won't happen, maybe 5 or 10 at best. Then they're all free. All right, guys, that's it. I appreciate you guys. Take care.